you have to reflect upon your wrong decisions sometime and have the guts to take the right decisions.
So, hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Candid Podcast. This is your host Ritwik, and in today's episode, we have with us Mr. Mrinal Kalita.
Hello.
Mrinal is currently pursuing his B.Tech from National Institute of Technology Silchar. Thank you, Mrinal, for joining in. In today's podcast, we'll dive into something related to the entrance examinations like JEE NEET, which is rarely addressed. At the very outset, I would like to hear your JEE journey, the way it was.
Yeah, okay. So, first of all, I would like to mention that thanks a lot for inviting me in this show. And to all the viewers, we are actually batchmates. We are from the yeah same class. So, talking about my
Yes.
J journey. So, when I first heard about IIT, I was in class 6. Yeah. So that was the time I heard about IIT, and I didn't know anything about it. I just knew that it was a college for science and technology. About that, I came to know about JEE and IIT when I just passed my class 10th, and after that I took the coaching. Then I came to know that IIT is a engineering institute, and you have to qualify a particular exam to get there. So my JEE journey actually started when I after my class 10, and for the first year, that is when I was in class 11, my JEE journey was not like, I haven't made any significant improvement in that time. So
Okay.
the actual journey started after the winter of when I was in class 11. It was December, I guess, December 2017. So first of all, I came to know about the syllabus. Actually, one confusion was there between the syllabus of JEE and that of the syllabus of both. So I came to know about the difference, and I came to know that what were the topics and particular chapters that were included in JEE and what type of questions were asked for them. And from then I started solving some books. I read the theory. First book I solved was H.C. Verma, and
Yeah, very popular.
yeah, very popular in physics. Then in chemistry, I used to follow my sir's, my coaching teachers, DPPs and all the sheets and everything. And for maths, I
Okay.
also did the same. So when I was in class 12, actually, like uh, I had a fire in me that I wanted to become a IITian. So I was very, eagerly studying for JEE. And in 2019, when my first attempt was there, so in 2019, the January JEE session started to begin, and
Okay.
I gave my first attempt in January 2019, and my first attempt wasn't too good. In fact, I didn't qualify for it. I got around 82 percentile, I guess. And then
I see.
I started my preparation for boards, and side by side I was doing JEE preparation also. And in the second attempt, that is in April 2019, I cleared JEE, but like I didn't get any particular seat in that percentile. My percentile was around 92 or 93, I guess. Yeah. So
Okay.
after that, I decided to drop a year because I had this confidence that I can clear JEE, but just that I needed some more time. And this time, rather than focusing on JEE Advanced, I focused on JEE Main particularly. And in the next attempt, that is in 2020 January, I cleared JEE Mains, and I got a rank good enough to get into a good NIT and it had a good branch. So that was basically my preparation journey.
Okay. Great to hear that. So we both have pretty similar journeys of JEE. We both dropped a year. Yeah. So how do you think an average student or a late starter differs from those who start their preparations as early as in their sixth or seventh standard?
Well, I won't say there is a difference between their intelligent or knowledge, because uh, I don't think that any person is more intelligent than from the other. It's just their hard work which makes them able to do some things that others can't. But the thing is that you do get a certain advantage if you start early. I'm not going to say you should start from class 6 or anything like that, but if you start from class 9 or 10, you get those foundation course and everything, then it does provide you a certain advantage over others, because there is some kind of information then that is very helpful in your final 2 years of 2 or 3 years of preparation, like which coaching institute to pick, what books to buy, and how to manage your studies. And like, you see, when we were in class 10, the subjects and our approach towards those subjects are quite different than from JEE, because JEE requires more problem solving and very less theory. I mean, not less theory,
Of course, of course.
but the thing is that we need to solve more and more problems in JEE. So that approach is developed in that 9, 10 foundation courses and everything like that. And one more thing is that the difference that I particularly have seen in between a topper and a average student is that of what do you say? Like, a topper can grab the concepts a little bit faster than a average student. Like, if for me, grabbing a concept takes 2 3 hours, a topper can do it in like 1 1.5 hour. So
I see.
yeah. So that is the main difference, I think. And I don't think there is any difference between knowledge or intelligence, because uh, like mm, with hard work you can gain all amount of knowledge you want. And one more thing is that for a topper it's quite uh, not easy, but relatively more easy to develop certain habits, like studying for long hours and uh, following a particular timetable, which really helps a lot. So there are a few differences between the topper and average student. I mean, like,
Okay, got it.
every topper was an average student, but you have to follow some procedure and what you say, some habits you need to develop to become a topper. That is,
Definitely. Working hard is the most important thing, right?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Okay, now how do you perceive those limited time strategy videos on YouTube or on any other platform?
Yeah, those videos are quite a thing right now. Actually, the intensity of those videos become more before 1 2 months of JEE and NEET like that. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
So basically, like, there are two types of videos. One is that provides the quite a longer strategy, like 6 months or 8 months or anything like that. And some videos are like 118 30 days and also like that. So first of all, that uh, personally, I don't support those kind of videos, because they tend to generalize a very big population. J is given by a million students in India, so it's
Mm-hmm.
a quite a big population, and you cannot generalize them in a particular strategy. Every student is different, and everyone needs to give their particular attention to the particular subjects. It varies, and the thing is that
Definitely it does.
whenever they make those videos, they do not mention a particular thing, that is terms and conditions. Terms and conditions is like that. Like, I recently saw a video, not recently, but I saw it that some guy has cracked JEE in 6 months, right? So
Wow.
he was like, if I can do this, then you can do it also, and everything like that. But some conditions were there, huh? So he didn't have to go to school. Uh, Only coaching was there, and he got about 6 7 hours of ample amount of time to study. But for a lot of students, we go to school. Like, I went to school and I didn't get much time for self study. I went to school in at 7 a.m. I got back at 2:30. Then I went to my coaching at 4, and then I got back home at 7 or 8. And after that, I barely got 3 to 4 hours to study actually. So it's quite different for that guy and for me. Like what I can accomplish in 1 week, like he can accomplish in like 2 to 3 days. So those terms and conditions should be specified. And like about those videos that promises 180 in 30 days or 99% in 30 days, that is not possible. If you start from scratch, like if you have a good understanding about the topic, you know how to do the, what do you say, mm, uh, problems, and you know the particular procedure to attempt those problems, then you can do a good revision in 30 days. That's not a big problem. But if you are starting from scratch, then in 30 days barely 8-9% of your whole JEE syllabus will get covered, because JEE syllabus is very very fast. And not only JEE, yeah, NEET syllabus is also very fast. And we have more than 75 chapters in JEE that we need to cover. So like getting 180 in 30 days from scratch, not possible.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would like to say that if you want to like really make a strategy, then you should try to make a timetable, right? And not that someone else will make it for you, you make it yourself and try to follow it. There are some particular things you need to uh, take care of when you follow a timetable. Like you have to give your time allotments to particular subjects and everything like that. So like you can watch videos on productivity and everything like that, but like if someone else is making a timetable for you and you are trying to follow it, it's not gonna work. One more one more very important.
Because it varies from individual to individual, right?
Exactly, yeah. One more important thing, all those videos, they particularly show a thing that chemistry is very important for us, and you should give chemistry a lot of time. But
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah, again, that's like you cannot generalize it, right? Because I know a guy that he got 99 percentile in maths. Okay, so if he had given that much of time in chemistry, he might have compromised his marks in maths. So his percentile would have gone down. So it's exactly like it varies from person to person. If you love physics or maths more than chemistry and you have confidence that you can do well in those subjects, then I think you should invest more time in physics and maths rather than investing a lot of time in chemistry.
Okay. Now, many people say that coaching institute results are deceptive. What is your take on it?
Yeah, coaching institute results are deceptive actually, and I have a particular data on it. There are three big institute, very big institute, X, Y, and Z, right? So X has taken, like, the total amount of students studying in the X institute is 1,50,000, and in Y it's 1 lakh, and in Z it's 79,000.
Okay.
So out of 1,50,000, Institute X number of students that have qualified JEE mains, right? I'm talking about mains. It's 22,000. Around 14% students have qualified. In Y, it's 25,000, around 25%, and in Z, it's 7,500, so around 9% or 10% around. So you can say that. So the thing is that the claims that they make, that you come to our institute and we give you the guarantee that you will get a seat in this NIT or IIT, is not true, because only 14, 15 or 20% of the students are getting their seats. And this is the raw data, and I haven't talked about IIT. Okay, so if I talk about IIT, the number is way less than 22,000. One more thing, that this 22,000 also, like, everyone hasn't got 95, 96, 97 percentile, right? there,
exactly.
there's different cutoff for different categories and all that. Like it's quite deceptive result. If we consider the other state NITs, like some NITs like Surat or TC, you will require more than 99 percentile, 98
Yeah.
percentile. Yeah,
For those, you require a huge percentile.
a very good rank is required there. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
again, from 22,000 students that have qualified, it comes down to 4,000, 5,000 students.
Very few.
Yeah, so 4,000, 5,000 students out of 1.5 lakhs is not a good, what is say, percentage of students that have qualified. So basically what I want to say is that they are trying to sell a dream, that the dream is IIT, but the students don't realize that clearing J mains or J advanced is not a easy thing, right? Because if you like see from a perspective that, like, if you consider an example of mole concept, so if you grab all the concepts of the chapter and you try to solve the J questions, then it's a very high probability that 8 out of 10 questions you can solve. But that is when you just go through one chapter. You have to go through more than 75 chapters like that, and you have to remember all the formulas, all the equations, and everything. So when you see it in that exam, so even a question from mole concept can become a tricky one.
Yes, yes.
So you have to think about all those stuff. That the thing is that it's not quite easy to clear JEE mains or JEE advanced. It does take a lot of hard work. I'm not saying it's very tough, but the way these coaching institutes are promoting that it's very easy to get this seat in an IT, IIT, or anything like that is not true. They are just
Uh-huh.
they're doing a business and they are just trying to sell a product, basically. One more thing I would like to say that it actually happened with me. So in 2018, I guess, yeah, in 2018, I bought a book from a website. So actually, that book contained all the formulas and equations. So I thought it would be a good revision uh, material for me. So I looked
Okay.
up in Amazon and I didn't found the book. So I went to their official website and I purchased the book. I was about to pay, and then a form just popped out in my screen, and I thought it was terms and conditions form like that. But what was written on this form was very shocking. They wanted my JMN roll number, my name, my date of birth, and my photo. They said that if you qualify for JEE, then we are going to showcase your result in our website. So
Okay.
just think about how deceptive it is, because I have just bought a formula book from their website, right? So it's no way that because of only that book I have qualified JEE or anything like that. It just not possible. But they are taking 100% of the credit that this student is from our coaching institute and he has qualified. So there are hundreds and thousands of students there that have bought different kinds of books, and a lot of them have cleared JEE, but not because of only that book. It takes a lot of effort to do this. So
Yeah, yeah, of course.
results are quite deceptive.
It all boils down to the fact that the hard work is all upon you. Whether you're in the best coaching institute or whether you don't even take coaching, it all depends upon you, how you prepare.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hmm. Okay, now one last question to you, Mrinal. If you could turn back time and talk to your 16 or 17-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Uh, that's a really good question. I would tell him that few things are very important when you go out for your JEE preparation. First thing is that do not neglect failure, because it's like it's you have a much greater probability that you will fail rather than you succeed,
Hmm.
because failing is very easy and success is very tough. So you shouldn't
Hmm.
neglect failure. You shouldn't neglect the possibility that things may not turn out the way they should. And other thing is that you should be honest with yourself no matter what. Honesty means uh, at times you have to judge yourself that where you are now and where you want to go and what you have to do to go there. And one more thing is that you need to have clarity is very very important in JEE, not in only JEE and other things also, but clarity is very important. I will tell
Yeah,
you
of
a
course.
short story about my friend. So we were schoolmates and we're good friends, and we were both in the same class in class 11. And then I asked him that what are you planning about when you pass class 12 or anything like that. So he told me that he was going to drop a year after class 12 because he wanted to become a doctor. He was preparing for NEET. Then I told him that why are you thinking about dropping a year in the start of class 11? You should go to coaching, and yeah, you should pre- prepare for NEET. But he told me that qualifying NEET is not a easy task, and it takes a lot of effort, and there are like many students who are just giving their third attempt or fourth attempt in NEET. So he said that I want to make sure that my board results is very good, so that even if I don't qualify NEET, I get a good college for doing general line or anything like that.
Okay.
And he was determined that if he invested 1 year in his preparation, then he would get a college easily. So at that time, I thought his idea was very absurd because he was like, from my perspective, he was not even trying because he hadn't went to any institute or anything like that. But just last year, he got a seat in a very good medical college, government medical college, and he qualified NEET with like flying colors. And now, when I reflect back that story, I can see how mature his decision was, and how honest and how clarity he had in his goal. That he knew everything that was going to come in his way. He never neglected failure, and he was honest to himself. And the decision he made is a very what is it, a very rational one. And
Yeah.
he in fact also got a very good percentage in board. He was got 96.2 or anything like that. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's a very good percentage good. And he uh, like he did a very impossible looking task, a very in a very rational way he achieved it, and it was really great for him to do that. So honesty and clarity is very important. Clarity because you need to know what direction you are going. Even if you are going at the speed of light but in the wrong direction, it won't happen
It's
anything.
of
It's of
no
no
use.
use.
Yeah, it's no use. And see, the thing is that the J preparation is a long journey of 2 3 years, and you are going to make some wrong decisions. But you have to like go a step back and to think about the wrong decisions you have made, and you have to try to make it right. Like for
Yeah.
one example, I will say that when I was in my drop year, my coaching classes started from like May last or June. It started after J advance. And my maths teacher, he was going very slow with his syllabus. At first I thought that it won't be any problem, but as the time passed, the syllabus was going really slow because he was thinking about JEE in April attempt, not in January attempt. But we know that for droppers, January attempts is very important because they have a
Exactly.
clear advantage there, right? So in November, I guess the course was just 50% over, and at that time, I was thinking that if things went like this, then my January attempt, I'm going to mess up my January attempt again. So I stopped going to the coaching institute after October. That is from November. I just stopped my coaching. My parents were angry. They told me that we have invested so much of money in that coaching institute and you should go there. But like I knew that I have made a wrong decision already, and I need at least 2 months to finish up my remaining syllabus and to prepare for the January attempt.
January.
And that decision has to be one of the best decisions I have made, because I cleared the January attempt. I was able to get seat with that rank, and we all know what happened in the April attempt in 2020.
Yeah.
It was
It was very
bizarre.
bizarre. It was devastating. First, it went from April to September, and in September, because everybody had got so much of time, cutoff went like crazy,
Cutoff was very high.
very high,
Yeah.
very high. Because I remember I got around 169 or 70 in the September attempt, but my percentile was very low. It was 95 or 94, anything like that. Like very low percentile. Like if you have got 170 in the January attempt, your percentile will be more than 99 percentile.
Of course, of course.
So that like very thankful that I didn't mess up my January attempt. So you have to take like you have to reflect upon your wrong decisions sometime and have the guts to take the right decisions. Yeah,
Okay, beautifully answered, Mrinal.
thanks a lot.
So it has been great talking to you in this session. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you.
In our show.
Yeah.
To our viewers, I hope you have heard what Mrinal has said and the points he has reflected upon. I hope you have learned a lot from this video. Thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great day ahead.